For the first time since 2003, non-oil revenues achieve significant growth in 2024. This gives Iraq stability and helps allow them to raise the value of their currency. The news from Iraq is all still very good. There is so much progress. The big event, of course, will be the ending of the current currency auction process, and use of the new system all ready to implement. The CBI has told us that nearly 95% of the current payments needed for imports is covered by the four correspondent banks for this purpose. Remember that the clock is ticking and other outside banking relationships must take place, but will most probably never take place unless the IQD is valuable again, and most importantly on these terms it must also be reinstated back on Forex for investors to legally use this currency in their portfolios of investments for their clients. This is the key. Yes, this is really just where we are right now. They're talking about financial risks. They weren't talking in that way when they were moving forward into an international world with the 1310. They're talking about preparedness for a change. They're focusing in on their banking sector. Article quote: "These days there's growing interest in the banking sector in general, both government and private sectors. The banking sector is looking to be in good shape for this new stage." That's what they're presenting. Economist: "Non-oil revenues to achieve significant growth in 2024. The upcoming session will witness a vote on all controversial laws. One of the most controversial laws is the HCL and the profit sharing agreement. It is a key piece for a revaluation. Here's why Vietnam's currency keeps floating downward compared to the US dollar. According to Reuters, the Vietnamese dong has experienced depreciation against the US dollar due to a combination of global and domestic factors. 1. The strengthening of the US dollar. 2. Interest rate differentials. Vietnam's central bank has maintained lower interest rates to stimulate economic growth. 3. Trade and investment flows. Fluctuations in Vietnam's trade balance and foreign direct investment can influence currency values. 4. Inflationary pressures. Higher domestic inflation rates can trade the purchasing power of the VND, leading to depreciation. 5. Speculative activities. Market speculation and currency hoarding can amplify exchange rate volatility. These 5 factors are the same factors representing the exchange rate between the USD and IQD. You are not going to get a contract rate offered on your dinar. You will get a contract rate only if you have a contract. All contracts were shut down in late 2011, for a fact. Unless you made a contract with a private buyer before October 2011, you will get the same rate as everyone else. What district of stupid are you from? Are you serious? You know how many dinars I got, and you're going to give up that fee because I haven't had my bank for 6 months. I don't think they're going to apply that rule. The moment this breaks loose, this thing is going to crack open. Everybody's going to want you. It is in my strong opinion, let go of this rumor that you're going to have to wait 6 months. I don't think Chase is going to force you to wait 6 months before you can exchange currency with them. But if for some strange reason they actually do apply that, walk out the door and go to the other bank. Don't forget my friend Aki, private banks that will represent the Central Bank of Iraq. Alak is talking about having an anticipation of a celebration. They told you almost a year ago that Iraq would be the savior of the financial system and bring confidence to the world. We're seeing them at the end of that transformation. Some of our sources said that the Iraqi dinar as well as some of the other currencies are to be placed on the Forex. Now we've had the fact that they've traded. We have not seen them on our Forex screens, but the theory is that once the dinar is on the Forex, we're off to the races. So, now since the census is taken, the Goy can legally compensate and prove why they are compensating the amounts to the Kurds. This is really wow. News for us today: you can see how this census results would also be useful in rebuilding the Iraqi economy besides Article 140 and HCL disputes. It was way overdue. This is yet another sign to us investors that Iraq is now serious about moving ahead. Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani confirmed on Thursday evening that the country has a safe and attractive environment for investment, while pointing out that foreign investments in Iraq amounted to about $62 billion. This came during al-Sudani's participation in the Iraqi-Spanish Economic Forum, which was held by the Spanish Chamber of Commerce in Madrid, in the presence of an elite group of businessmen from both countries. The Prime Minister participated in the opening session, which included a discussion seminar devoted to economic relations and bilateral partnerships between Iraq and Spain in all fields, and discussing mechanisms to enhance the volume of trade exchange between the two countries.